After leaving the EU single market, Great Britain continues to lose importance for German companies and threatens to slip from 5th to 6th place in the ranking of the most important export markets, behind Poland. This is the result of a current survey by the German Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the DIHK, in which 1,200 companies responded. The 4 most important export markets for the German economy are the United States, China, France and the Netherlands. In 2016, before the Brexit referendum, the UK was still the 3rd most important export market. Measured against the total trade volume with exports and imports of 102 billion euros in 2020, Great Britain was only the 8th most important trading partner. 1 month after the final Brexit, many German companies are complaining about increased bureaucratic efforts due to customs declarations, logistics problems, legal uncertainty, and increased costs. According to an estimate by the DIHK, German companies will have to make around 10 million customs submissions, that means customs declarations and documentation, per year. This alone could mean costs of 400 million euros per year. In addition, some other costs increase. According to estimates by German-British trade experts in London, the costs for German medium-sized companies doing business with Great Britain could rise by an average of 3 to 5%. For large corporations, the extra costs would be lower, at only around 1%. The little ones in particular would therefore suffer from the new barriers in retail. The post-Brexit agreement, agreed shortly before the end of the year, was much better than nothing, said Ulrich Hoppe, head of the German-British Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the AHK, on Tuesday when the survey results were presented. But it was not good because it creates new frictions and costs in retail. Cross-border work assignments for service providers have become more difficult. Many things are still unclear. For example, for financial services, 16% of companies plan to move investments from Britain to other countries. Nevertheless, Great Britain remains an attractive market with 66 million affluent consumers, and the financial centre of London is still of world importance. The corona crisis in particular is currently darkening the situation. British economic output fell by a good 11% in 2020, twice as much as in Germany. 60% of German companies operating in Great Britain currently describe their business relationships there as bad, and only 10% think they are good. This means that the balance of assessment is much more negative than in other EU countries outside the euro area. After the final Brexit, the IHK experts do not expect the German-British exchange of goods to shrink this year, despite the new trade barriers, but rather to stagnate. There are confusing figures about how bad the current slump in UK-European trade is. A recent statement by the Road Haulage Association, according to which the volume of goods transported to the EU fell by a dramatic 67% in January compared to the same month last year, caused a stir. Cabinet Secretary Michael Gove has dismissed the number as incorrect. A recent statement from the port of Dover, the most important ferry and goods transport link to the continent, suggests that it could be exaggerated. The level of transport is now back at 90% of the normal, said the port operator in Dover. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and to my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.